today I decided I wanted to try to walk 20 miles in the next 3 days before I go on a golfing trip. So I got my shoes on, got my watch on, and just started walking. So my goal is to get about 7 miles today, and then I can do 6 miles tomorrow and 6 miles Wednesday before my golfing trip on Thursday. Goal is 3.5 miles out and then 3.5 miles back to my home to get my 7 miles for the day. So I just hit mile 1, feeling pretty good. It's still early, it's only like 8 o'clock in the morning. Dropped the kids off and then started my walk. And I'm on the trail pretty close to my home. It's about, I think it's an 8.3 mile trail, and it's called Interurban Trail. So I'm just gonna walk my 3.5 miles out, 3.5 miles back in, and see how I feel at the end of the day. Now, again, I just passed mile marker number 1 and feel pretty good. Got this idea from a guy named Chris the Cookie Sniffer. He tried to do 20 miles in one day. I don't think I'm up to that yet, but we're gonna start working towards walking more and just seeing how far we can get. So I just passed mile marker 2, about 2 miles, 2/10 of a mile. There was a bridge back there that I wanted to stop at when I finally got to the 2 mile mark, but it was just a little outside of that. So made it 2 miles, feel pretty good. Starting to get a little hot spot on the left side of my foot, but other than that, going well. So I'm past the half mark. I'm at, what is it? So I'm at 8,000 steps, 3.58 miles. But I wanted to stop and just take a seat. Everything feels fine. I just am, my hips are a little sore, my knees a little sore. It's still early. Really haven't had that much to eat. I do intermittent fasting. I posted a video last Friday on that. Basically, I only eat between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. So I haven't eaten since 8 o'clock last night, and then I'm walking 7 miles today. Good thing is it's a beautiful day. I'm trying to block the sun so you can actually see my face and not get full sun. But again, so the inspiration for today, I said it earlier, or I think it was mile 1, was I was watching YouTube and saw a guy that was trying to walk roughly 20 miles in one day. He had seen something about, people only work at about 40% capacity. And I've heard this he had walked before was, I think, 6 miles or 5.5 miles. So he thought that 20 would be kind of a true sign of hey, is that truly what the case is? And I got to thinking, I was like, I'm not ready to do 20 miles in one shot, but I do enjoy walking. Oh, sorry. Oh man, that sun is bad. I enjoy walking, and I'm on this mission to lose 100 pounds by August of 2026. So to do that, I've got to be more active. I've got to eat better. So I'm trying to put things in play to help me do those things. And it's just tough sometimes. I mean, life happens. I've got 2 little kids that are busy all the time. This weekend we were in the sun probably 12 hours easily, just purely from the sports that they play. So we had a football game and then a baseball game right after it, and then we had a baseball game Sunday. So we're busy. We don't have a lot of downtime, but I'm a stay-at-home dad, so part of my job is just trying to get healthy again. Again, I started this morning at 3:43, I think it was, and my goal is to just keep trying to lose weight every week, do new challenges, kind of push myself, and really just try to keep things moving for my weight loss plan. So right now we're about 3.5 miles. We're getting ready to head back to the house to kind of finish things up for the day, and then get back at it tomorrow. So I will probably just wait until I get all the way done to kind of finish another video. I'm going to try to continue my intermittent fasting through this golf trip. There's a lot of alcohol typically, and we're playing a lot of golf, 6 rounds of golf in 3 days. So it's just going to be a busy end of the week. So I'm going to try to knock this challenge out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then post my video on Friday. But I will give you an update once I get back to the house and finish up the walk today. So I just finished my 7-mile walk today. It took me right around 2.5 hours. It's kind of what I'm sitting at right now. Showing 16,000 steps. I actually walked 7 miles in like a quarter, 7.25 miles. So on day 1, feel pretty good. Definitely tired. Have a little bit of a hot spot on kind of that left outside foot. And then my right outside foot has a little bit of a spot. So I'm going to try to rest most of the day today. I've still got to run some errands, do some grocery shopping, and then take some kids to practice tonight. But otherwise, feel pretty good. Don't feel like I've lost a ton of energy. I'm hot and sweaty. I don't even know how hot it is right now. But I made it through. The 3.5 mile walk back really wasn't that bad. If you're looking for a playlist and you have Spotify, you just want a playlist that you can walk to and actually feel like motivated to keep going even when you don't feel good or like it hurts, I would highly recommend Georgia Phantom. So this is Georgia Phantom. It is a Christian. I don't know if they're Christian or not, but they have a lot of good like Christian-based music. And it's a lot of motivational stuff too. So it talks a lot about like keeping going through the hard times, happy that you're here, stay consistent, keep doing what you're doing. We're broken, but we're still moving forward. So there's just a lot of like motivational pull when I listen to that. And it makes it harder to stop when I start hurting. And it's really it's energizing to me. It's a good playlist. So I would check it out. This is Georgia Phantom. And I'll be back tomorrow. Pay attention to the channel. I'm trying to really think about doing podcasts too, so that I can keep you updated daily on just where I'm at, how things are going. That way you don't have to wait until every Friday to see a video challenge. You can just check into the podcast and kind of keep up to date. Still working on names and thoughts on that. If you would like to see a podcast to kind of keep updated on what my journey looks like, make sure to comment below so that I can start working on that. If people don't think that's something they would watch, I don't want to waste the time on that. I'd rather put out more challenges if that's what you're wanting. But yeah, overall, day 1, pretty good. Feel pretty strong. Legs are a little sore. I'm going to get some water in. I'm going to eat here in a couple hours. And then I'll get back at it tomorrow for day 2. We're going 6 miles on day 2. So this is day 2. I got up and stretched a little bit and getting ready to head out. I'm definitely sore today. My weight jumped quite a bit, even though I didn't really eat a ton yesterday. So I assume it's probably just this muscle soreness and lactic acid, whatever it may be, just the extra burden on those muscles. So we're gonna get out, we're gonna walk again, we're gonna weigh when we get back, see if that helps at all. Sometimes moving can kind of get that stuff out of there. So we're gonna head out. Day 2, our goal is 6 miles today. Yesterday was 7 miles, so we did 3.5 out, 3.5 back. Today is 6, so we'll do 3 out, 3 back. And then we will finish up tomorrow with another 6 miles. So let's get to it. All right, so 3 miles down. This is day 2 of the 20-mile challenge. So I'm trying to get 20 miles in 3 days before I go on a golfing trip. And today hurts. I really need to stop and take a break. My feet kind of hurt. The scenery is pretty good. I mean, it's nice and cool outside. I think it's like 70, getting ready to hit 80. So it feels good, but I'm definitely kind of feeling the walking from like my hips, and my feet are starting to hurt. So it's definitely something I'm feeling today. Yesterday I messed up my numbers. The math made sense yesterday when I was tired, but just realized today on my walk that I will have to do 7 miles tomorrow to meet my goal, because I'm doing 6 today. I did 7 yesterday. My original plan was to do 7, 6, 6. That's only 19 miles. So I have to now add in an extra mile tomorrow, which was not planning on it, but we'll get it done. We'll see. This challenge is a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. Today, I feel like I'm walking slower. I put on some weight yesterday. I'm sure, again, just from the lactic acid and stuff. So I'm feeling a little bit of that shift. My camera doesn't want to work with me today, so what's new? And yeah, so we're getting ready to head back. We just hit our midpoint, so we've got 3 miles back to the house so that we can finish up and get some other stuff done today. But yeah, that's how the walk is going so far. Feel good. Otherwise, I mean, mentally I'm fine. The playlist that I talked about yesterday definitely helps, kind of keeps you activated and moving forward. But it's still a long walk. 6 miles in roughly 2 hours. Yesterday was 7 miles in 2.5 hours, so it's starting to wear on me that way. But yeah, we're gonna get this challenge done. It's just a little tougher than I thought it would be. Man, this camera does not want to work with me. All right, well, we're walking back on the second half of our 3 miles, so I will check in once I'm done. All right, so I just finished, and that was rough. The 6 mile walk today was definitely worse than the 7 mile walk yesterday. And I think it's just because of the 7 mile walk yesterday. My feet feel a little bit worse than yesterday. My knees and hips really feel it today. I thought about stopping about mile 4.5 and taking a break and sitting down. I was like, no, let's just keep moving. Let's try to finish this day out. I noticed around mile 5, I was really starting to be like, I'm thirsty, I'm really tired. So I might have done a little too much today. Again, I'm intermittent fasting at the same time. I'm trying to get plenty of fluids. I've got like 3 cups of water next to me to try to replenish, and they're like the big, huge cups. So today was significantly rougher than yesterday, which makes me a little worried for tomorrow. Are my feet, my knees, my hips gonna hold up? My right shoulder's starting to hurt from something I did over the weekend. So I feel like I'm falling apart. Doesn't feel good right now. My feet, I've got my shoes off, just sitting on the carpet, and just gonna try to relax for the next 30 minutes or so before I do anything else, just to recoup, get some water. Definitely a lot harder today than I thought it would be. Now we're gonna keep pushing. Through. We're gonna try to knock out 7 miles tomorrow. We'll see how that feels. I'm hoping I'll be able to push through, but If I feel the way I do right now, first thing when I walk tomorrow, that might be a different story. But did make it back. Total steps was, I think it was like 12,000 steps. And then we're right at 6 miles when I came through my front door. So overall, feel okay. Hurting, but okay. I don't feel out of breath. I'm not sweating a lot, but it's early in the morning. Right as I got home, it was starting to warm up a little bit more. And I wear a hoodie pretty much every day, so I'm used to a little bit of heat. It's starting to pick up, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. I might try to get out earlier so that I can get to some of the cool weather, because I think that played into it too as well. When I was coming through kind of the last mile or so, it was all in the sun. So that didn't feel great, and I felt like I was trying to catch my breath a little bit here and there, but not a huge amount. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, but hoping to be able to complete this challenge by Wednesday and be done with it and say that I walked 20 miles in 3 days. But I will see you tomorrow. Alright, so today is day 3. I have to walk 7 miles. And I'm going to be honest, when I woke up this morning, I didn't want to get out of bed. I still don't want to do the walk, but I've already made the challenge, so now I have to do it. I've put on about 3 pounds over the last few days. I'm sure it's, again, just lactic acid, but that extra, I can feel all of it. So it's probably water weight more than anything. But I want to go ahead and get through the challenge. I actually want to complete it, so I'm going to go and do my walk. Start early today. I'm starting around 7:40. It's about 60-some degrees outside, so should be a nice, cool walk. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm going to push through, and I'll catch back up at the midpoint today. Okay, so we're 4 miles in. I started at 7:40. It's 9:02. So far, we've been going for about an hour and 22 minutes. So I'm definitely ahead of the game speed-wise, I feel like, because I've still got 3 miles to go, but we're only a little over an hour. So usually it's right at 2 hours to get, there and back. So 3.5 miles, about 90 minutes, or about an hour. So I'm doing pretty good time-wise. This morning I didn't want to do this, and I just put myself out there and just went and did it. And now that I'm about 4 miles in and kind of heading back downhill, I'm glad I pushed through. I feel good. Like, I feel like I've got a good pace. My feet don't hurt. My knees don't hurt. Things are sore, but that's bound to happen after walking almost 20 miles in 3 days. So, yeah, it's overall not bad. Seen some interesting things this morning, a couple squirrels, and then there was a squirrel let me walk up on them. Actually, that was yesterday. And then today was a deer jumping over the trail. That was interesting. So, and then I got to the end of my trip, or going out, and the construction that they're doing that I've showed before is closed off completely for the trail. So I couldn't get around it, so I had to turn back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the extra on the trail and then come back to my normal, getting off of the trail route, which should still give me enough miles to meet the 20-mile thing. If I get home and I'm not at 20 miles yet, I'll just keep walking until I hit it. So that's the goal. We're almost there. Last day, kind of finish out, make it feel good to complete it. I'm ready to sit down. And then I go on a golf trip this weekend. So I'll be gone tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll play about 7 rounds of golf, so I'll probably get just as many steps in golfing as I did this 20 miles. And yeah, that's going to be my week. So it's a busy week, a lot of movement, but that's good for me. The sad part is when I checked my weight this morning, I'm 3 pounds up from Monday. But again, I think that's either water weight or lactic acid or just muscle in general, because my intake has not been horrible. I mean, I'm doing my intermittent fasting, so I'm not eating till 2. I'm done eating at 8. And I'm not eating a ton of stuff in between those times. So I will do another video when I get back home and finish the challenge. So apparently I have to remake my last video to complete the challenge. I made one video, and when I played it back, it was just nothing but static for some reason. So hopefully that's not the case with this one. Felt good once I got home. I swear the last hour of walking today was the hardest of all 3 days. I was ready to be home. I wanted to stop walking. I was on that last mile, so I completed 7 miles today, and I was spent. I took a different route, and that route is mostly in the sun, so I was really hot when I got home. I was getting closer to home, but not actually like at home. And then when I did get home, I noticed that I still had about 2/10 to walk. So I had to go down and around, and it was just frustrating because I wanted to be home, I wanted to sit, I wanted to be done. So good news is I did complete the challenge. That's 20 miles in 3 days. I learned a lot about being able to just push through some of the walking pain. Feet feel okay. I'm not having the sore spots on the bottom of my feet. Right now it's my ankles. Ankles and knees are probably the most sore. But I still did it. I still completed the challenge that I put up for myself. And I want to thank Chris the Cookie Sniffer for the inspiration for this. And then also, all rights, any music that you've heard in any of the videos that's playing in the background, that's Georgia Phantom for the most part. There may be some other artists that are weaved in there, but I think when I played it back, a lot of them sounded like Georgia Phantom. So I love the music. It's something that I love listening to as I'm walking. Just kind of keeps me motivated. So check them out. Check out Chris, and we'll move on to the next challenge once I get back from my golfing trip. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to work on it in the meantime. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to continue to follow along with my weight loss journey.